All right, let's head over now to our next article at ibtimes.com, irritable bowel syndrome
Yeah.
times. I assume international business. That makes more sense. Okay.
I thought it was the same thing.
Yeah. All right.
Poop.
Nearly 2 million Stop it. Going down that path.
Yeah.
Once you get them started,
I know,
then we're in
right?
real trouble.
Grandpa Tick will jump out on you.
Nearly 2 million Australians download coronavirus tracker app. So this sounds like this would never fly in America.
I feel like this is 2 million Australians downloaded an app that tells other people your medical history.
They did that. I thought it was called iPhones.
Fair point. That's a fair point. But in this case, so the app is basically tracking people. Then it can say, oh, I know that this person has tested positive, so we can go back in time and look at the history and see people that you were in close proximity with. And it'll also alert you if someone that you were near did test positive. So, it's certainly useful in that case, but the privacy implications of it are, pretty big there.
Does this have like a freemium model where I can pay for STDs as well?
You can pay for STDs. You can do that.
It's
yeah.
an in-app purchase.
Yeah, it's like, man, I need to know if this is gonorrhea or if I really need to go to the doctor. Click.
I think you'd want to go anyway.
Yeah, nah, you just, out of sight, out of mind. As long as you bite down on that spatula wrapped in a towel, you'll be all right.
Yeah, just let it pass.
Yep.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, syphilis, yeah, tertiary stage. You won't even know it's happening. It goes to your brain, makes Swiss cheese.
Well, we had to look up on Wikipedia or wherever Don looked, but to find out what percentage of the population this was. But Don, what did we find out?
So for the record, I went to the World Bank, who actually has real data, not Wikipedia, because I saw 2 million Australians downloaded this app, and here in the U.S., we have a population that's approaching 400 million. So 2 million is not a statistically significant number here, right? So it's not enough to make a difference. But I kind of wonder what the population was in Australia, and it's just shy of 25 million people, which I assume they had way more people than that. But 2% of 25 million, that is statistically significant. So they do get a pretty decent idea. Now, there has been a lot of talk about this stuff because Apple and Google have been in communication saying, look, everybody's got our phones, and so we could turn on this type of tracking. And here in the U.S., we've been hemming and hawing on it. Germany was about to pull the trigger on doing it, and not even giving the people a choice, just, hey, Apple, Google, turn it on, share the data with us. There are huge privacy concerns with this because obviously it's not anonymous. They have to be able to notify you. They're tracking your location. This is a huge Big Brother 1984 type thing. So in Australia, they took that step of saying, well, let's just do a dedicated app just for this. People can opt in. And, right away, just about 10% of the population opted in and threw that app on there. We'll see if it makes a difference. I know Australia was one of the countries hit earliest by the whole pandemic. So I think they're probably far enough along that they're out of the worst of it. So I think it's kind of a little too late. But next time there's a pandemic, we'll be ready.
Real quick, does this app also inform you if your neighbor has toilet paper?
Ooh, that would be useful.
Yeah. For
Which house to break into?
Yeah.
He's been
It's
in
just
that
a bunch of
bathroom
cat
a while.
burglars. Like, I got this toilet paper. It's a high price, $7 a roll. Let's do it.
But if it's this kind of thing where it's just an app, you could uninstall it after the fact. If it's Google or Apple turning something on your phone and just giving that data to the government, that's a little bit harder to opt out of, it sounds like, without opting out by getting a BlackBerry.
Yeah. So the hard part here for me is from a social perspective, from wanting to support your fellow man, I would kind of want to install the app to be able to do this, right? Because it only works if enough people use it. Because if you come in contact with somebody who's not using the app and they have tested positive, you're now potentially a carrier, but you don't know it. And so all the data that you're reporting doesn't really matter anymore.
But then when you test positive later, it does go back, from what I read.
Yeah,
Alerts people
assuming you ever test, but if you're asymptomatic, you don't know. And the article goes on to state that they've only had 6,700 instances of coronavirus in Australia, which is pretty low. So with that number, like out of 25 million people, this is a tough call, like whether you give up your privacy or not.
So this is one of those things that the part that scares me is, like, this is used as a justification during a time where maybe people are fearful. right? Oh yeah, I'm going to download this app. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. But now, oh well, we've justified it. It worked out well on this. Can we now apply this to other situations where maybe I'm not as fearful? Maybe I don't feel. Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
It seems like a weird thing for me.
It'll be just like the Patriot Act. As soon as the danger is gone, they'll turn it off.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Once we win the war on terror.
Yeah.
Just after the war on drugs. We're going to wrap that one up first.
Yeah, and war on drugs, that's a relatively new one, right? I mean, carry the 7. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we're doing well, though.
Yeah,
I think we're doing well.
Enjoyed that segment? Check out the full playlist of all of the Technado with Don Pezet episodes right there. And make sure to subscribe to the IT Pro TV channel for all of our videos. And tune in every Thursday morning for new episodes of Technado with Don Pezet.